Hello everyone, Christian Alonso here, giving you an intro and a three-part review of David Lynch in his three movies, which are Blue Velvet, Mulholland Drive, please excuse that, and Eraserhead. And you're probably asking yourself why I would, why in of every directors I could pick, why which are Quentin Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez, Martin Scorsese, George Lucas, Steven Spielberg. I can go on. Probably just give you examples, but of all those directors, why David Lynch? The only reason why is because really his movies, they're really hard to explain by, and some people who really known about his movies, at least would explain to you, but I think I already do it myself. I where I at least somewhat try to explain of the way he directs his movies, and also the reason why it's so different. The way he directs his movies are, well, only at least the two of them I saw, like Blue Velvet and Mulholland Drive. Pretty much the way he do is the way he do films is the way an artist would do art. That's the particular way he films art. I mean, not to say other movies are the only copies, but his films are more in depth, where you have to really think a lot, and where they really don't make sense most of the time. And I can just go on about to particular things. If you have seen Twin Peaks, where he's the creator of it, you know what I'm kind of speaking over here. But pretty much the best way I can explain is the best I can explain to his movies. I'll give you an example. Okay, Alfred Hitchcock. We pretty much know he's the master of suspense. Or and Rear Window, is about a man, in a wheelchair, who's uncovering, who just trying to uncover a murder scene, which happened right by his window, and pretty much not that across from him, and it's very simple, but yet the way suspense that how it builds up to. Or you see an action film, to say the Mummy film. You already know what it's pretty much about. It's at first an action film, and it's Brendan Fraser and a couple other characters fighting against this mummy. But David Lynch's movie doesn't work that way. Pretty much his surrounding of the way he directs, he leaves you in pretty much the most confusing way. And it was the first time you see his movies, and then the second time, when you watch it, you really pay attention to what most other people are seeing, and and pretty much leaves you there, and you rewatch it again and over. You see little new things here and there, and you see which of these characters represent, and what they play along. That's kind of how it goes, how in depth it goes to. And the first movie that I want to bring about and to review is Blue Velvet. And I want to at least keep you in mind. See, with most of my movie reviews, I have seen them. This one I have seen, but it's been quite a while, and I've always been meaning to buy it. But for me, not really finding it anywhere. Pretty much I only seen it been a while, and I'm gonna do at least most of my. I'm gonna at least give it to what my memories are. Okay. Pretty much the plot's about Um, I think it was a college student named Jeffrey Beaumont. Where he returns home, visits his father. And sorry for that noise. And I would like to apologize for that. What was I at the plot? Pretty much the plot is very, it's just, very simple. Pretty much, I think it was a college student named Jeffrey Beaumont. I'm sorry to repeat myself again. Returns home, visiting his father from intensive care. He stays there for a while. And then all of a sudden while he's walking in the field, he sees like a human ear. And he wanted to solve that type of mystery about that. And, he become more like, in a way, a bit of kind of obsessed in it. Where, want to find out, what's this or that. And, but, when he does find out, like, it gives, a bit more into, like, a more evil kind of sense of the world. Like, he meets with a nightclub singer named Dorothy Valens. I think that's how to pronounce her name. I'm sorry. Who's involved with Frank Booth. Frank Booth. I'm sorry for that. Who is who character is portrayed by Dennis Hopper. And pretty much, let's see, the way I can remember this movie, like, I remember it was a great movie, and it really introduced me to the world of David Lynch. And this is not really his first movie. I think this is like probably his fourth one, like after Dune, I think. And pretty much, it's just simple. Like, pretty much David Lynch just give you like a more of a simple kind of world of his own mind view. Like, after he does, many, I know, like, other films are where, it's get really confusing half of the time. And pretty much I recommend you watch this movie first before you get into other ones. Probably like also like Eraserhead too, but I think this one is more mainstream. You probably at least get more into, pretty much he doesn't show you like, all the way. He doesn't give you the more in-depth in it, but it's a really great film. Like I said, like sometimes you would see like something like, and it could be like more like inspiring of what he does. I hope that makes sense. I'm sorry. So yeah, as I can recall from this movie, and like I said, this is the first time a movie that I actually using from my memories. And I'm sorry for repeating. The way I can remember this movie, that Dennis Hopper, I hope I said his name right, is really a great actor in this movie. Like, he plays like such a really bad guy in this one, but he goes over the edge kind of the way. And yeah, pretty much it was a really great film. I remember, if you want to go into, this is probably the first one you have to watch before you watch all these other films so they get what he's going for. Alright, for my next movie review, I will be reviewing Mulholland Drive and then Eraserhead. And then afterwards, I will be going to, and afterwards I will review Transformers, the movie, the original, and also I'll do a dedicating review for Angry Video Game Nerd Honor. Sorry. Where he's, it's like one particular review that I think I should do that one. You just have to watch at least all of his reviews to see which one I'm talking about. Alright. I'm sorry for all that. I know it took me a while. I hope you enjoyed my review, and have a nice day. Take care.